Alrighty. Okay. So welcome to Wednesday. Oh my goodness, off to a great start. Let me just mute this real quick. Awesome. All right. So today is going to be, the format of this is going to be mostly a discussion about just, pointing out some of the, the key benefits for, pet owners for shopping locally with independent stores over, the larger big box or shopping online. So let's start with why people go to, big box stores or they shop online. So mainly it's out of convenience, all right, or accessibility. So to start, 2020 kind of, put a little bit of a kind of jumbled things up a little bit. So even though local pet shops and so forth were designated as essential to the community and were able to remain open, there was a big push for everyone to start doing things online. So people turned to other larger existing online stores and started purchasing their pet products from there. And in a lot of ways, once that happens, it can be a little difficult to get the pet owner to return to their local independent store. So the best way to do this is just to recognize why. Like, why are they continuing to go down this route rather than, hopping in the car or hopping on a scooter like I do over to the little neighborhood shop up the street. So luckily, as of late, we've had, many point of sale systems and e-commerce integration pieces come forward that are now offering ways for, little independent shops to put themselves into the 24/7 online market. So we have, guys out there like Shopify. We have, eTail Pet, for example, and these guys. Hey, Kim. Awesome. So yeah, and honestly, at any point, if you guys have any thoughts, feelings, emotions, reflections, or whatnot, please, by all means, put them up in the chat. We would love to hear them. So I just want to say we have a collection of people in this webinar today. So we have both, independent pet shop people, and then we have people from the industry. So we're talking like, representing pet food brands and so forth. So that was the key idea behind all of the webinars that we're going to be doing going forward, is we want everybody to come together in this, collaborative front to, brainstorm ideas. So yeah, so now, retailers are able to do things where they can put their stores onto a 24/7 online platform while still offering them the same valuable benefits of, frequent buyer programs, Astro Offers, things like that. So, and then the other reason I think people start to do things like shopping online is they think they're saving money. Well, I think we all know that that's not necessarily true. Now, money is one of those funny things. You go up to the register, you pay, for your purchases that day, and you get punches on your frequent buyer cards, and you might redeem some offers and so forth. So you're seeing that. And then when you come in, into that local pet shop and you're able to redeem, a frequent buyer card and get something for free, I don't think a lot of people are actually factoring in that free good compared to what they've invested into that long-term loyalty program. So when you take and do the math, it's far greater savings that they're experiencing from that loyalty program than they can ever get off of the quote unquote savings that you see advertised on these big online stores. And oftentimes it's interesting. So those of you familiar with MAP pricing that certain brands employ with their foods, if you actually go through and you look at price sheets for the brands that you carry, and then you go on to these websites, you'll see that the original listed price is completely inaccurate. It doesn't reflect. So they're lying. Like, I shouldn't say that. I'm slandering. I'm going to get in trouble. But it's a little twist of the truth where these online stores are kind of tricking people and making them think that what they're selling items for is actually a discount, when in fact, it's actually still a greater price than you are able to sell items for. So the big thing that you can do within your local store is just advertise the fact that you have a frequent buyer program, and make sure that you're putting things up in your store. So when people do come in and walk through your doors, that they're able to see, that you're participating in things like Astro Offers, or you're participating in Sharing the Love, or you're doing frequent buyer, things like that. And as Astro starts to roll out new ways for you to, present value to your customers through our platforms, it'll have even more materials that you can put up in your store. So frequent buyer is a big deal. They do save a lot of money with that. And then Astro Offers are they're blowing things out of the water. So any given month, we have at least, at least 60 or so offers running. And now that we started introducing farm and feed brands, the variety of offers that are available for our retailers to enroll in has only grown exponentially. So before, it used to be just, here's a discount on some food today or whatnot. But now there's brands on there that do supplements. We're even seeing some toy companies that are putting offers together. All kinds of stuff. So Astro Offers, always free for our retailers to participate in. And our brands, it's a pay-to-play system. So you can push as much stuff as you want out there, and and showcase yourself in a beautiful light on Astro. Sharing the Love, we've done some actual new work on Sharing the Love that we're really excited about that ties into Astro coupons. So Sharing the Love is a way for brands to put programs onto Astro where they can reward adoption in a particular community. So let's say, for instance, a brand puts up a program where they're going to give a free bag of their kibble to a pet parent who has just adopted a dog. So if a retailer enrolls in that program, the pet owner, the new adoptee or adopter, can walk into that store. They can have a choice between that brand's giveaway or several other giveaways related to Sharing the Love, and they can put together a bundle of items that represent several key categories. So we have dry food, wet food, dehydrated food, supplements, toys, supplies, and that's a pretty substantial amount of stuff they could be walking out of that door with. Now, the key thing here is this program allows for several opportunities to both give value to the pet owner, but also showcase that you're doing something really important and valuable for the community. Number one, you're supporting rescue and adoption. So you're helping those shelters and those fosters, ensure that this pet is going into a home that's going to be, have an ally behind them in the form of an independent pet store. Number two, it's connecting that pet owner with that ally. So new pet owners especially, you're adopting a new pet, it's an exciting day, but oh my goodness, it's like bringing a baby into your home. You're like, now what do I do? And there's a lot of things that you may forget that you need. And having that resource right there in your neighborhood is incredibly invaluable. My dog had an injury, years back. It's what got me into the pet industry, honestly, and got me to learn about nutrition and supplements and so forth with rehabilitating an animal. And if I didn't have my local pet shop to help me through that process, I would feel completely helpless and just hoping that my dog heals properly. Now he's like 13 years old and bouncing all over the place and happy and healthy as can be. And then the final piece that the brands are able to be involved in is now they have a sense of pride that they are able to not only support local rescues and shelters, but they're also able to support their independent retailers. These are the retailers that know how to talk about their food and their products because they do take the time to engage in training and read up on it and all that stuff. They know nutrition, and they're excellent matchmakers when it comes to connecting a pet with the proper diet for them. So the added thing and the biggest thing that I think is part of this is that each of these programs have the capacity of having a bounce back coupon involved. So if somebody comes in and they choose a particular brand's food to be the kibble item in their bundle, within anywhere from 3 to 10 days after, the receipt of that bundle, they're going to be sent a coupon that allows them to get dollars off of maybe that brand's entire line of food and product sizes. So now this customer is being welcomed back to that pet store once again, because they can only redeem that coupon at that pet shop. And this pet shop owner now has another opportunity to engage with this pet owner. And the biggest thing is now they're able to come in, redeem that coupon, and then coincidentally get a punch on a brand new frequent flyer card. So now they're starting a relationship with that pet store in the form of frequent flyer and just an educational way. So the big thing that we have found is that, despite the fact we're sharing the love, we're collecting, the stores are collecting email addresses in order to issue these bundles so that the coupons can be sent to them. But people are missing the emails. They might not know that they have a coupon. Now, granted, they have 30 days to return to get it. But yeah, that's a problem. We want to make sure that people know, because this is a big deal. So our free mobile app that we have, the Astro Loyalty mobile app, that our retailers, even if they're not in the marketing suite, you can go and you can brand that app however you like with your own logos and color palettes. We're adding a new menu to that app for coupons. And that menu is going to include both bounce back coupons and manufacturer sponsored coupons, which is another couponing platform on Astro. So a new pet owner comes into your store, they redeem an adoption bundle, you collect their email address. At that point, you can tell them that they can download the mobile app, they can use that email address as a username, and they can keep track of all of the programs that you have going on at your store, the offers that you're enrolled in. And then once they have a coupon available, boop, it'll show up on that app with all the information that they need, and let them know that all they need to do is come back to your store to redeem it. That's it. So that's going to be rolling out in the beginning of April. So definitely make sure that anybody coming into your shop is aware of this so that they can get the app on their phone. So the app, you can get it. So all of our shelf talkers and things all have the QR code that'll give them, access to downloading the app. And then in order to log in, all they need is an email address associated with their pet owner account at your store, and they can log in just fine. All right. So the big thing, and since there's such a small group of us today, I think it's safe to kind of throw you guys a teaser. So we've been talking about this big thing that we're going to be unveiling at Global, and I want to give you the idea behind it first before I show you anything. Okay. I'm a little nervous. We've been working on this for a long time. So this is our passion project. So just like sharing the love was a passion project for Astro, this is another piece that ties into sharing the love and hopefully unites the whole picture of Astro. So what is Astro's main goal? Our main goal is to make sure that people are shopping locally. We want them to frequent their independent pet shops. We want them to get the value that's associated with shopping at independents. So what is that value? We have, staff that's incredibly trained to talk about nutrition and food. We have products on those shelves that are, in most cases, exclusive to independents. We have things like, frozen raw foods that are impossible to be shipped. Usually will sit on the shelves long term at these bigger box stores because nobody knows how to talk about them. So yeah, shopping local is important. We're passionate about it. We want people to do it. We also want to support local rescue. We want to give away, we want to generate a way that we can collect additional funds that we can funnel back into rescues and shelters in these local communities. So how do we do that? All right. So this new platform is called My Pet Eats Local. So My Pet Eats Local is a way for everyone to come together and celebrate the fact that they are shopping locally and that they support shopping locally. So let me show you what we have put together thus far. Now, granted, we're still working on this page, so it's still a little bit choppy. But yeah, here we are. So My Pet Eats Local, home is where the heart is. So the idea here is the heart and the soul of pet lovers and their connections to neighborhood pet stores. All right, so it's all about people who get pet people. So on here, we're talking about all of the benefits that there are to shopping local. High quality, hard to find foods and supplies, savings available only at your My Pet Eats local stores. This is what we also used to call a neighborhood pet. So this is all of Astro is considered My Pet Eats local stores. Product support for pet adoption that ties into sharing the love and person-to-person pet attention. Now check this out. Find your pet store. Now this is pet owner facing. So we are creating a way for pet owners that have not yet found their local pet stores. They're still stuck, at the Co's and the Marts and whatever they are. Or they think that their only option is to, get something delivered, from the Zons and the whoever's, right? So this isn't live yet, but people can actually click on that and they can enter their town name and they can see all of the My Pet Eats local stores in their area and connect with them. It talks about the benefits of frequent flyer, exclusive Astro offers, all of the cool things that you can do when you go and shop locally. We have features about sharing the love. They can learn more about sharing the love and pet adoption rewards, get connected with local rescues and shelters in their area that are part of this program, and also be connected with retailers that are participating as well, which is the big part. Now, we have an adoption rewards section. So this is all about sharing the love. Local retailers, premium brands, teamed up for adoptions, all of that. Videos on sharing the love. We can meet the brands. We can see all of the brands that are participating in sharing the love. All of that. You can find your indie retailer and find your pet store that's participating. A full section on why indie pet. Why is it important to shop locally? What are you contributing to when you do? And that's the big thing. It's like, of course, there's a benefit to the pet owner for shopping local, but there's added benefit of contributing to all the good things in the community. You're supporting your neighbor. You're supporting a fantastic program that helps to support rescues and adoptions. Everybody's a part of this greater thing for the greater good. Here's the fun part. All right, so there's going to be a store. So this is one of the things that I've been working on a lot now. So we have grand ideas for this, and that's the whole thing. This is a collaborative project of community coming together. We want your ideas and we want your input on what you want to see My Pet Eats Local become. So the idea behind this shop, all right? So the first piece, and we're going to have example products at our booth in Global so you can actually see, the quality of these items and what they're going to look like. So there's all kinds of interesting designs here because I'm trying to think of the different types of people that shop local, and it's all of us. It's all different kinds of people that like all different kinds of things. So this shop isn't just going to be, branded with logos and things. We're going to have really interesting designs on here. So one of our big ideas that we have is, every couple of months, we want to pick a local community and we want to pick a rescue from that local community. And we want to find an artist from that community. So we're going to have limited runs. So we have the artist design a pattern that can be put on shirts, totes, hats, all of that. And we're going to post those up in our store as a limited run. The proceeds from the sales of those items will go directly to the rescue that was nominated for that community. All right, so the artist gets to showcase their work. Of course, they would be commissioned for their work. The rescue gets the benefit of that. And then all of the stores in that area that are, part of that shop local community will have a chance to be featured as well. All of the proceeds from any of the items that are sold on this store will go towards our Sharing the Love Support Fund. So the Sharing the Love Fund is going to be a basically a Sharing the Love Savings Fund, excuse me. So that fund is going to be growing over time, over the course of the year. At the end of the year, all local rescues and shelters and so forth that have been nominated by our community will each get a portion of that fund. We've already started this fund. If you go to our Facebook pages, we started it during the Betty White Challenge, and we've already had several nominations for rescues and shelters throughout the United States and Canada. And that list will only continue to grow. So yeah, we're thinking about opening up, designs to others. Like if you have a really cool design that you want to put up in our store, you want to contribute art for it, you have creative people amongst you. I really want this to be something where all of us can get together, create something in a creative way that people can get behind and show their pride in supporting this really cool, shop local movement. So yeah, and as you can see, it's all pets. So we're trying to open this up to not just be dogs and cats, horses, birds, ferrets, everybody can get on this. And of course, there's going to be, swag for our pets to wear as well. So yeah, and there's an about section, all about why we're doing this, what our mission is, and so forth. So yeah, it's really just honing in on the idea of community, the neighborhood, what it means to be part of this group, this neighborhood of My Pet Eats Local. So yeah. But yeah, we're really, really, really excited about this. And I hope that you guys are going to be just as excited as we are about it. So definitely stop by our booth at Global. So it's going to be booth number 709. We're going to have, like I said, we're going to have several pieces from our store to show you the quality of them so you can see for yourself. And we are using a platform that allows us to load in, designs and post items. So it's print to order, which allows for a far greater freedom of customization. So it's not like we're having to purchase giant warehouses full of merchandise that we hope will sell. We're able to put up items that, from anybody, honestly, just design-wise. So it can be a lot of fun. We can be really creative with it. It allows for a lot more freedom in that way. So we can do embroidered designs, we can do printed designs, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. But and then the idea too is, people can go on that page and they can purchase items. You, I, your customers, or you can also purchase items wholesale through Astro if you wanted to put them up in your store. Like if you already do carry, clothing items for your customers to purchase for yourselves, like dog mom stuff and, whatever. So yeah. And and this is honestly the coolest part. So we can actually brand these items with your store's logo, information, all that. So, and really part of this idea came from those pet shops that were participating in Sharing the Love, that were taking it one step further and creating tote bags that had Sharing the Love on it and their store's logo and location information on it. I believe it was Bush Pet Products that first showcased this on their social media feed. And I fell in love with it. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Because not only are you're showcasing the fact that you're part of Sharing the Love, you're giving that pet owner something really special that they can take home with them on day one, that they can put all of their free stuff in for their new pet. And that item, that bag, every time they look at it, they're going to think of that experience at your store, and they're going to want to go back. And talking with Bush Pet Products, she told me, she's like, yeah, those bags come into our store all the time. These pet owners come back, they bring their bag, and they fill it up with their purchases for the day. And it's just a nice, reflective memory callback to that really special experience the first time that they came in. So yeah, the tote bags are going to be the big part of it. And so if stores did want to order a bunch of the My Pet Eats Local / Sharing the Love tote bags with your store's name on it, we got you. So yeah, awesome.
Hey Kat, it's Stace.
Yeah.
We have an amazing question from our super friends. They would like to know which print service we are using for all this gorgeous swag.
Oh, yeah. So the company, so we're still kind of playing around. Right now, we're using a company called Printful, and just to see how, that works out. And so for one, I've ordered a couple pieces from them just to see how the quality is, and it's really, really nice. The embroidery is beautiful. They do a really good job at, if they don't think the design is going to work out that much, their design team will reach out to you and help you modify it. So there's really great quality control there. And we placed a pretty substantial order with them for global because we wanted to see what would happen when we did. So far it's going really well, and most likely we will stick with them. So yeah, I'm really liking it. The quality of the product is really nice itself, like the base product. So the hoodies are really soft on the inside. There's many different varieties of them. There's all different kinds of stuff. Hoodies, jackets. There's a bomber jacket that I really want. Anyway, but yeah, there's lots of cool stuff that we can do with it, that you can do with it, and that we can do with it together. So yeah, really excited about it. Awesome question. Right. So and it's partially my fault because I overthink designs all the time. So it's like we kind of place that order really in at the last minute. So I've been literally refreshing the order page every day to see what's happening. And so it'll, as of right now, it's going to get there on time. So yay. And we do have giveaways in the booth too that are going to be related to My Pet Eats Local. So we've ordered a bunch of those. So that's going to be our giveaway swag for the show. Is all going to be, and I don't want to spoil that, but it's going to be something really special related to My Pet Eats Local. So definitely stop by the booth to grab that, and so that you can see what else is in store for this. So the big thing about this. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's so good to know. Peter, thank you for sharing that. Awesome. Okay. So that makes me feel so much better because I've been really impressed with it so far. So yeah, they're really cool to work with. So yeah. So the big thing that we wanted to make sure that we communicated about this was just the idea and the intention behind it. And it is kind of a rough, Astro itself, we're all very malleable. We're relatively small. So ideas that come into our view are really easily implemented. So the platforms that we design and that we design to showcase shopping locally are really malleable. So whenever ideas come to our viewpoint, we really appreciate them, and it's often very easy for us to put them into effect. So that's kind of how what My Pet Eats Local is going to be. There are several logos that represent My Pet Eats Local. It's not just one. So there's variation. And that just means that, somebody might like this one, somebody might like that one. So it just makes everything a little bit more unique, which is really important because the whole idea here is like every local shop is a little bit different. You have your nuances and your things of interest. Somebody might want more of like like more of an urban, look to the stuff that they showcase themselves with, or somebody might more of like a villagey kind of deal going on. So yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for coming out, Kim. I really appreciate it. And yeah, perfect. All right. So yeah, actually we're kind of right at time ourselves. So if anybody has any more questions, I'd be happy to answer them, or any thoughts, ideas, wishes, hopes, desires, things that have been buzzing around in your head that you've been hoping for a way to make happen. Yeah, I'd love to hear them. And by all means, you can, I'll be at Global, Stacy will be at Global, and you can come visit us there. Booth 709. Here, I'll put it in the thing. Awesome. Oh, and sometime this week, I'm hoping maybe today, definitely by Friday, we're going to be sending out an email to everybody. So all of our pet store retailers, all of our Astro members, all of our brand partners, distributor partners, and so forth. We're going to be sending out a page that's going to contain meeting link scheduling. So if you wanted to, you could reserve a time slot to meet with one of the members of the team that's going to be at Global. So, myself, Stacy, Jimmy, Brad, etc. Or you can simply show up at the booth. So this is going to be one of those shows where we're pretty much going to be booth bound unless we're called out for a quick meeting at somebody else's booth. So yeah, you can reserve a time or you can just show up. But yeah, keep a lookout for that email. We'll have it up or out sometime this week. And we'll post it on our social media as well, so you can find it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. This has been fun. I feel good now. Yeah, I think this is going to go really well. And I'm really excited about it. Thank y'all. Take care. See you at Global, hopefully.